Short week. Hope the Miami Dolphins are ready. Also, check out this new chair. What is up, Finn fans? Yes, short week for the Miami Dolphins, which means short week for this channel, which means ton of content for you guys. Yeah, after the game, I think you guys are going to get a video. Saturday, we'll do the film breakdown. Friday, we'll do the deeper dive. It's going to be a late recap as well, because the game starts at 8:30. It's going to be over at around 11. Recap will be around 12, 1. It's going to be fun. And yeah, I got a new chair. Got myself a little DouglieDoW patch. Well, we're going to jump into this. Couldn't get in touch with the Cincinnati Bengals YouTuber, unfortunately. So, no collab this week. But next week, Dolphins take on the Jets. Next week, I will be at the game. Hopefully, I see a bunch of you guys there. MetLife Takeover. And I know a ton of Jet content creators. So, it's probably going to be Jet Central. My man Ian will be on next week. So, we're going to break this down. I'm going to talk about the injuries. We're going to talk about the matchups. We're going to talk about the 5 things the Dolphins need to do to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to raffle off what I think about this game, and I'm going to give you my prediction. Simple, to the point, fantastic. Let's go. Cincinnati Bengals are wearing their zebra cake jerseys. No disrespect to the Bengals. Don't get offended by that, but those jerseys look like straight up zebra cakes. I'll pop up the jerseys, and then I'll pop up the zebra cakes. They look like zebra cakes. No disrespect. They look like zebra cakes. Miami Dolphins is going to be wearing the all greens, aquas, green aquas, whatever color. They're going to be wearing the all aquas. Some people wanted to essentially have them wear the throwbacks. I doubt they'll wear the throwbacks in a away game. I could really see them wearing... The first time they'll probably wear the throwbacks is Sunday night against the Steelers. It's kind of, you know, the 50th anniversary of the... perfect season, so they'll probably wear it for that Sunday night game. So I'll give you a little update on the jerseys. We're going to look at the injury report. For the Miami Dolphins, pretty banged up. But, you know, the Buffalo Bills were the only team that were banged up last week. I'm sorry. I know we're going to move on. I apologize. Didn't participate today for me, yesterday for you. Teron Armstead, Sathan Carter, Hunter Long. Limited was pretty much everyone else, and Raekwon Davis, Xavier Howard, Robert Hunt, Barrington Jones, Kader Kohou, Zach Sealer, Tua Tagovailoa, Jalen Waddle, Cedric Wilson Jr., and then full participant was Javon Holland, Greg Little, and then Melvin Ingram, essentially a vet rest day. But again, Buffalo Bills were the only ones dealing with injuries against the Miami Dolphins. Oh, one of the 5,000 excuses. They literally used the sun as an excuse. I find that to be so funny. But also, Barry Jackson tweeted out, Mike McDaniel says he expects most, if not all, of the 8 guys out Monday to play. That's Tua, Xavier Howard, Hunt, Jones, Long, Waddle, Sathan Carter, Melvin Ingram. So he expects all of them to play. And how many times have we seen this man on the injury report and then he ends up playing? It's a toe injury. I don't think that's going to be anything. And then we'll look at the Cincinnati Bengals. Layla Collins didn't participate for 2 straight days. DJ Redder didn't participate for 2 straight days. And Drew Sample didn't participate for 2 straight days. Other than that, everyone was pretty much participated, from Eli Apple, T. Higgins, Hayden Hurst, Joe Mixon, Jermaine Pratt, and Mitchell Wilcox. Eli Apple. If you don't know, look up Eli Apple versus Tyreek Hill. They have a history together. Not a good one, but they have a history together. That's going to be an interesting matchup. Segway. See how I did that? Don't listen to my voice. So we're going to be looking at the run offense versus the run defense of both teams. Same with the pass. So the run offense of the Cincinnati Bengals is ranked 20th. The run defense of the Miami Dolphins ranked 20th. It's good. Collision of those two, mediocre to run offense and defense. Pass offense of the Cincinnati Bengals is 14th. Pass defense of the Miami Dolphins is 23rd. That has a lot to do with the passing yards. And yesterday's game, they got passed on up and down the field, but they've been how would I say this in past tense? They bend but not broke. Against the Buffalo Bills, only allowing 17 points, so that it's inflated because of the amount of passing yards they gave up. The run defense for the Cincinnati Bengals, 8th ranked, whereas the run offense for the Miami Dolphins, 31st ranked. We got to get that moving. And then the pass defense for the Cincinnati Bengals is 14th ranked, and that pass offense for the Miami Dolphins is 4th ranked. So when you look at this, the Dolphins have the advantage in the pass offense. The Cincinnati Bengals have a little bit of advantage in the pass offense, and then both of their defense is really good at stopping the run, but both of our and their offenses are very bad at running the ball. So it looks like it's going to be a very pass heavy game. We'll see how that pans out. And then you look at the head coach, Zach Taylor, went to the Super Bowl last year. No knocking on that. Mike McDaniel, 3rd time, 3-game coach. You give the nod to Zach Taylor. He has a little bit more experience. But again, I said that for how many weeks now, and Mike McDaniel's proved me wrong a lot. So now we're going to jump into the 5 things that the Miami Dolphins have to do if they want to beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Again, this isn't from most important to least important. It's just I'm looking at stats. I'm looking at how the Bengals play. I'm looking at this, and that. I just start jotting it down. The number 1 thing on the list, pressure Joe Burrow. Hey, Doug, you said that for how many weeks now? Hey, person saying that to me, it is incredibly important to pressure and make the opposing quarterback look uncomfortable, especially when you have T. Higgins and Jamar Chase on the opposite side of you when you're the defense. Joe Burrow has gotten better as the year's gone on, right? Week 1, he threw 4 interceptions against the Steelers, had a horrible 61.7 passer rating, Garbo. Then against the Dallas Cowboys, where they lost, he got a little bit better, 89.9 passer rating. And then last week against the New York Jets, he had a 114.9 passer rating. But again, no disrespect, Jet fans. I know you guys are like, we're not even playing yet. They're not great. So him having a 114.9 passer rating against the Jets is not surprising, but the Dolphins do have to get pressure on him. The Dolphins do have to make him uncomfortable. He's not the most mobile of quarterbacks. We just faced Lamar Jackson. We faced Josh Allen. We beat both of them. We had a hard time containing them. Both of them got a ton of rushing yards. Lamar Jackson had over 100. But with this guy, he's not that mobile guy. He's not going to do that for you. He's also, the Bengals have been having a hard time with their offensive line. I need to stop banging on the desk because my camera's on top of my monitor. Earthquake. Gotta get pressure on him, make him uncomfortable, make him make stupid mistakes. I didn't write this one down. No, I did write this one down. I was almost spoiled it for you guys. Number 2 thing the Miami Dolphins need to do if they want to beat this Cincinnati Bengals team is continue their run slump. The Bengals have had a hard time running the ball. You know how I know that? Because I have Mixon as my fantasy running back. Again, you guys wonder why I don't take Miami Dolphin players when I play fantasy football. They have been having a hard time running the ball. They're ranked 20th. Not as bad as 31st, but they're ranked 20th. They have a hard time running the ball. Keep that going. Christian Wilkins, Sealer, hopefully Raekwon Davis is back. Jenkins, these big boys up the middle. Keep being that consistent pressure up the middle. Pinch some nuts if you have to, and stop the run. Have the Cincinnati Bengals continue to slump in their run game and then make it one-dimensional, force Joe Burrow to beat you, and then get after him with a 5-man blitz. Send 0 blitzes, but in the right situation. The number 3 thing the Miami Dolphins have to do, and I almost blurred this out in the first one, Joe Burrow threw 4 interceptions in week 1. He also had a fumble. His defense used to be turnover crazy. They were the top 10 ranked in turnovers. Kind of fell off a little bit. They dropped a few of them last week. Force some turnovers, defense. The Cincinnati Bengal team is ripe for the turnovers. That wasn't English. But you know what I'm saying. Get after Cincinnati. Get after Joe Burrow. Punch the ball out. Get the ball back. Be smart. Do it. Last week, we had 2 fumbles. One of them were recovered. Let's keep that trend. Force some more turnovers. It really helps the defense get off the field and the offense get more shots. So force the ball, force the turnovers. Number 4 thing on my list, run the ball. Now, 31st ranked in the NFL. I know everyone's like, Mike McDaniel's supposed to be a run guru and beep beep boop beep doo. Look at what the San Fran's doing. Now it's starting to become national media where they kind of come out and say, are they missing Mike McDaniel? We got to run the ball, man. You run the ball, it opens up play action and it forces the defense. It forces the defense to say, what are we going to do with this offense? Because if you run the ball, then all of a sudden they have to kind of have those safeties kind of, come a little closer to the line of scrimmage. You're kind of forcing the linebackers to play closer to the line of scrimmage. You're forcing them to respect the run, look into the backfield, especially on play actions. And by doing that, you're allowing Waddle and Hill to have that separation over the back. If you notice towards the fourth quarter, that kind of happened with the Ravens a little bit because we started getting the run game going a little bit. Also because their corner was caught flat-footed a few times. We got to get that run game going. It's been a while. 2016 was the last time the Dolphins had a really good run game. Can we bring that back, please? Got to run the ball. And the last thing on this list, number 5 thing, no mistakes. No. Not this time. You mother liquor. This one, if you don't know what Mother Liquor is from, it's from a comedy. Anyway, the number 5 thing, continue the progression to a. Now, I'm not talking about progression with reading the defenses because apparently he couldn't do it, but apparently he can do it. I'm talking about his progression, right? Week 1 was, everyone was like, I'm done with Tua. I'm jumping shit. Like, I'm done. He said he was short. The man came out and said he was short. The opposing defenses are going to now know how to stop that. That's what was said going into the Baltimore Ravens game. People were done with Tua. The man came out and said he was short. Oh. And then he had an elite game. Even though the 2 interceptions, he still was putting the ball where it needed to be. And then the fourth quarter, he was just dotting people up. 6 touchdowns on that game. Booped the microphone with my hat. Even last week, he had such minimal time with the ball. And he still did very well, and he did what he had to do with minimal time with the ball. Yeah, but he almost threw a pick 6 to Milano. Yeah, and Josh Allen almost threw a pick 6 to Xavier Howard. Josh Allen almost threw 4 more interceptions, but we couldn't keep our hands on the ball. It happens. But he's been playing better and better and better. Keep the progression up, Tua. Keep getting better and shut a lot of people down. And it's getting to the point now where, RG3's coming out talking about Tua, and then you got Jeff Saturday coming out and saying, well, the only reason they bleed, boop, boop. Keep doing your thing, Tua. You Samoan warrior, banged up, back season up, and then you can still come out and help us beat the Buffalo Bills. Keep it going. Now let's talk about this game. Let's talk about who I think the Miami Dolphins, are they going to win? Are they going to lose? Now, there's going to be no picks video today because I'm giving you my pick for the game. Pick video is going to be out Friday. But Tua versus Joe Burrow rematch. Alabama versus LSU. That year, that's a game or 2 before he went down with the hip injury. He played that game after having that tightrope surgery on his ankle less than a week before. I'm telling you, this kid loves. I've heard people say, I don't know if he loves football. You can kind of see it. He doesn't really care about this. And I'm like, what are you seeing? Man loves football. Loves the competition of football. That game, there were so many drop touchdown passes. There were so many times he got the defense. All right, I got you by, they're back. We're back up by 3. We're back up by 4. Defense give up a touchdown on Burrow. All right, we're back up by 3. We're back up by 4. Defense, and he's just like, I get it. I threw a fumble. I had a fumble and a stupid, but you're not helping me at this point. Now I know for a fact, he circled this on his calendar. He's like, I'm getting my revenge on Joe Burrow on this game. I didn't get to face him. He was injured his rookie year. I didn't get to face him that year. The infamous Jakeem Grant drop pass. Couldn't face him. He circled this. He wants revenge. He wants to show. He's probably going to throw 6 touchdowns in this game. Please, Jesus. That's big. Short week also. Very short week for both teams. So there's a slight advantage to Cincinnati because these short weeks tend to be an advantage to the home team. They don't have to travel. Also, the Miami Dolphins are, left early. They left earlier today instead of leaving later today, so they can go through their walkthrough because of the hurricane. Real quick, I just want to say to all you guys in Florida that are in the path of this hurricane, I hope you guys are okay. I hope you either got out of there if you needed to. If you didn't or didn't need to, stay safe. I hope you got water. I hope everything's all right. Please comment below. Let me know. Make sure that you're all right. I'm going to be thinking about every single one of my Florida guys and girls. So please, please, please be safe. But it's a short week, and it doesn't benefit the Dolphins. And again, it doesn't benefit the Bengals, but it does help that they're playing at home. That walk-off safety on Thursday night, on Mischief Night, I think it was. I don't think it was Halloween night. Dolphins were home. So, Dolphins own the record, right? 18-7 against the Bengals. Last time the Dolphins won in Cincinnati was October 7th of 2012. So it's been a hot minute since they won in October in Cincinnati. But again, Dolphins a little banged up. Hopefully, the only ones that don't really play are Sathan Carter, Hunter Long. I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say what I was just going to say. But I will say this. Teddy Bridgewater only got 3 snaps, but I'm elevating. I'm not having Teddy Bridgewater be active for this game. I'm having Skylar Thompson be active for this game. I showed you in the film breakdown that sack he took. He just was flat-footed. He just waited for it to happen. I'm activating Skylar Thompson as the backup, God forbid. Score prediction. My game prediction. A lot of people are down and out on this one. I had preseason before the season started. I think I had the Dolphins winning this game. Without Byron Jones, it does worry me, right? Because we did really well against Gabe Davis and against Stephon Diggs. The Ravens didn't really have anything at wide receiver, but we still did decent for the most part. We gave up stupid touchdowns, but then we came back and kind of shut them down. And then the Patriots, they're hot garbage. So this one does worry me because they have Chase and they have T. Higgins and they have a good run game if it was going for them. It does worry me. But a lot of people want to count this team out, right? And I think in this one, here's my thought process. I'm gonna let you in my brain and my thought process. The past 2 games, I was very apprehensive, very scared because both those teams are very good, right? So I picked the Bills. And I kind of said with the Ravens game what they could do to win and what would happen if they lost, right? And we won both games. So here I'm like, pick the Bengals because it works and you'll win. But in my heart of hearts, I do think that the Dolphins have a really good chance to win this game. I don't think it'll be a blowout. I don't think yet, right? There are some teams on the schedule. If the Dolphins play like they did against the Bills with that defense, because the Bills' offense is still really good. And if they play like they did in the second half against the Ravens, I think they can blow out some of the guys, some of the teams on the schedule. But I don't think the Cincinnati Bengals are that one because of the short week and because of how good their pass game still is. Again, it is ranked 14th. So it's not that bad. I'm going to say Dolphins win this one 27-20. I think they win by a score. Again, I think it'll be a close one. I think I would like to end the game on a victory formation. I'd like to, prime time. The Dolphins have been pretty good on prime time the last few games. So let's continue that trend. They beat the Jaguars on prime time, and then they beat the Ravens on prime time. Let's keep that trend. And we beat the Jaguars in Jacksonville, but again, it's going upstate of Florida. So let's keep that going, and let's beat the Cincinnati Bengals. Comment below. Let me know what you think. What do you think of the injuries? What do you think of the jerseys? What do you think of my 5 things? What do you think of the new chair? Comment below. Let me know what you guys think, and I will see you guys tomorrow. I'm not kidding you. It's like 3:44 in the morning, and that's why I'm a little delirious and a little stupid. Real quick before I get out of here, though, thank you all for the birthday wishes yesterday. I got all of them, either in DMs or on Twitter or in the comment section below. Really means a lot to me. Thank you for helping me turn 35 gracefully. This chair was a birthday gift. But I love you guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Game starts at 8:30. I'll probably be live around 8 o'clock, 8:15. But other than that, guys, see you tomorrow. Like usual, stay classy. No fins out.